그래, 과.
People think it's cool, some people think it's funny, and the one who thinks it's normal, I'ma calling her my honey. Not much going on besides my two best friends, my friend and this little tiny, really, really, really funny bug. And if you're mean to it, I'll fuck you up. La-di-da, a pug. He's got a mashed up face, he's the size of a mug, a pug.
Welcome to another episode of Pugs and Mugs, Sipping Stories with CuppaPug. We are here for a very special Q&A edition.
Yes.
Matthew and I are going to sit down and go through as many of your questions as we can.
And strudel.
I must say, thank you all so much. We put one story out on Instagram. I think we got about 50 questions within about a couple of hours, and I was trying to get them all down. I hope I haven't missed any out. Some were duplicates. We're going to get through as many as we can. So we're going to hit the ground running with these.
Let's go.
Absolutely. So Matthew, the first one was from Emma the McCring, and she was asking, what is your pug's favourite human foods?
Steak. It has to be. They love steak.
Now, when we say steak, every Tuesday night, we get a raw steak each for the pugs with raw vegetables and a very, very creamy sweet potato. And that's their meal. We don't have the steaks.
No, we don't.
We don't eat them. It's getting too expensive now.
7 steaks.
7 steaks each for the pugs. And we give them to them because it's their treat meal.
Yeah.
We all need a treat meal once in a while, and the pugs is steak. They do love it. If you check out our Instagram, we actually did a reel of Gunn having his first ever steak when we got him. So about 2 months ago, check that out. It is amazing. Next one. Aurora asked, are you allowed to bring in your own pug to the cafe?
Yes. Yes, you are. Definitely.
We do love it when you bring your pug to the cafe. It's fantastic. We love seeing the pug pals. Pugs have such different personalities. Yeah. It's so amazing to see them join in, play with the pugs. The pugs go absolutely crazy when the new pug pal comes in.
We always say when the new pug pal comes in, expect 5 to 10 minutes of chaoticness. And then usually it's just they just become one grumble.
They really do. It's fantastic. And you know, the good thing about pugs is that they're better together. I think the bigger the grumble, the better. They always get on. There's never any real kind of issue. So do bring your pug. We absolutely love it. Do use code PUGPALS and you'll get 50% off one ticket when you bring a pug as well. So make sure you do that. Mrs. Puglet, I like that name. How hard was it to set up the business? I'm thinking of doing the same in Australia. Now, we've had the amount of people that come to the cafe and they want to set up a cafe in their town, their city, their country, their state. It's all different. Yeah. You know, you have to look at like the local laws around having dogs and food together as well. I know specifically a lot of people that have come from Australia love the idea. No, it wouldn't work in some places in Australia because you can't have food and animals in the same place. Yeah, correct us if we're wrong there, but I don't think there's a lot of like pubs and restaurants where you can have dogs inside as well. We're here in Hackney in London, and all the authorities have been amazing because we didn't know what the process was going to be for all of them. But they have been absolutely fantastic in just working together, working with us, making sure that everything works really well. Favourite pug stories? Just give us one pug story, Matthew. What one comes to your head straight away?
Favourite pug story? Let's go to the OG, Gaston. Gaston and the Toblerone.
Now, if you love Gaston and you think he's some innocent little pug, we can tell you otherwise. So Matthew had been filming in Sweden.
Yeah.
And he bought me a Toblerone. Huge, you know those really big airport ones. It was massive. We left Gaston for like 2 hours. I think we went to the cinema. For 2 hours, we left at the Toblerone, what we thought was out of reach. Came back, no Toblerone. Anywhere.
But not just like, nothing.
No
like,
wrapper. No
everything.
silver foil. Maybe if you were a detective, you'd find a tiny piece of cardboard that was left. He ate the whole thing. And, you know, we'd only had him, 6 months?
Yeah.
Not even that, maybe? We were terrified. What do we do? Dogs, chocolate? We did call the vet, and they said, if he's okay, leave him. Monitor him, and then if he gets worse...
Does this mean sick?
Yeah, let him be sick. Probably better if he was sick. He wasn't sick, but he was basically, if anyone had eaten a whole Toblerone, he just felt a little bit sorry for himself. But he was fine.
Yeah.
We won't do that in a hurry.
No.
Do not feed your dog chocolate, especially
Do not.
Toblerone.
Definitely.
Don't bring Toblerone to the cafe for Gaston. Will you ever do a Pug Cafe in Newcastle? The answer is no.
No.
The reason for that is because we are opening in Manchester. And the reason London and Manchester will work so well is because the people who work there will own the pugs.
Yeah.
There'll already be a grumble. And that's, I think, the real sweet spot in it, in that the pugs get on really well. They already live together. Yes, we add the Pug Pals, but it's only for an hour each time. It works well because they know each other. We know our pugs. We know when they need a break. They never want a break, but we know when they need a break.
Or when they should.
When they should. If a dog isn't feeling it one day, we just won't bring them in.
Yeah.
It's not reliant on just our pugs. And we like that. So we're not going to be opening them everywhere. We really want to make sure that the experience for the pugs and for you is always paramount. It's always fantastic. You'll have to travel to Manchester or come to London.
And we do, that's the thing, we really appreciate the journey and the distance people travel to visit us. And having Manchester, we thought would be a good sort of location so that it's not such a long journey for people up and down the country coming to London.
We feel so humble and grateful when we hear your stories about how, especially on weekends, you have travelled 2, 3, 4, 5 hours just to come down for 1 hour and then drive back. We've had families from Manchester, from Bolton, Glasgow, who have driven down, come to the cafe and driven back. And I think, wow, that we appreciate you so much, because the value in that, in knowing that you have that much dedication, we absolutely love it. So thank you. So you go to Manchester soon. More details coming soon. Your Holiness asks,
I like that.
when can I move in? You can't move in, but I think the next best thing is we do have a volunteer program. Do apply to be a volunteer. You can come and spend some time with the pugs, help us out with them. Your only job is to look after the pugs and what they want as well. That's probably the closest you're going to get to moving in.
Or pug sitting.
How would you describe the different personalities of each resident pug?
Oh, that's a nice question. I say Gaston is our one-eyed grump. Bit of a bully, but very lovable. Bruce can be he's our guard dog.
He is the guard dog.
Yeah, he's our Bruce the Batman.
Very lovable, very lovable. Bowser, I think at the moment he's changing. I think he's so food obsessed. His nickname of Baby Bowser is working in so well, because he'll love to sit down and have a cuddle with you. But when he's out and about, out on the beach or in the park, he's very different. He's very much the adventurer. He is a rebel.
Yeah.
Then we have Gizmo. I'm saying that quietly because otherwise he'll wake up and come over.
Gizmo, the boss.
Gizmo's the boss. If you've been to CuppaPug, you know he's the boss. Whatever mood Gizmo's in, all of the pugs have to be in that mood. He tells them when they can play, when they can't. He can be a bit shy, but with him you just have to put your time in. It'll take you a good 10-15 minutes to coax Gizmo in, warm up to him, but it's totally worth it if you get that hug. Some people have got it. It's not a myth. Bo is again so lovable, very treat obsessed as well. He's one of those pugs where he doesn't play with the pugs that much, but he's more of a people's pug. He'll sit with you, he'll want cuddles, he wants your treats. So do get Bo treats as well. If you lay on the floor, warning, he will lick your entire face.
The Bo licks.
He will not stop.
Baloo,
little Baloo. So Baloo has just realised he's not the puppy anymore because we have Gun. But he's the opposite to Bo. I think he's very much with the dogs. He loves to play. He's the first in the ball pit. He's running around. He loves all the toys. So very much a boy's boy, I would say. And then Gun. He finding his place in the grumble.
Yeah, packs a punch.
He does. Little old Gun. He's getting there. He's finding his place. We're finding out who he is as well. Obviously, we rehomed him 2 months ago, and he's getting on well.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. Lexi Dawson asks, which dog did you adopt first?
So we got Bruce first.
It was. We rescued Bruce from a abandoned puppy farm. Best thing we could have done. I think Gaston at the time had really bad separations anxiety, and Bruce fixed that. He really did. As soon as we got him, absolutely fine. And we wanted to rescue our second pug, didn't we? Obviously, we got Gaston from a breeder. Our second one we wanted to rescue. as well. Half the pugs are rescues here as well. More than half now are rescues. For us, it's fantastic. We love to be able to give a pug a home. Yes, we've had puppies from breeders before, you know. We'll talk about more of that, I think, when we have Jade on, talking about breeding as well. But, you know, it's all about the right pug to fit you as well. You know, the best chance you have of it working out and making sure that you haven't got to rehome a pug is that you know that pug, its personality and how it fits in with your household as well. You know, when you rescue pugs from the National Pug Protection Trust, it's all about matching you up with the right pug. So if one needs to be one without kids, or needs kids or other animals, you know, it has to work both ways as well.
Yeah,
to
they
get the
always
best
say
results.
it's their pug needs first, and they adapt. They adapt.
Absolutely. So Nerio asks, when are you opening in Manchester? We have just announced Manchester. I know you're all very excited. We are as well. Very, very soon. We're going to do a whole separate podcast on everything to do with Manchester, where we're going to be, how it's going to work, when you can book. Make sure you're subscribed on our website though, because those that subscribe are going to be the first to know all the information. They can have the first opportunity to book. So make sure you're subscribed. Gold Chain Beauty Queen asks, where do you find all your different coloured pugs?
They're all different, all different stories, really.
It's not that we find them. I think it has just worked out that we have different coloured pugs, and I think that works great for the Pug Cafe. You can come here and work out, you know, see all the different varieties of pugs. They're all very different. For us, a lot of them are rescues, so it's just as and when they've come to us as well. How to train a pug? We're not going to answer that here. We're going to do a whole video and podcast around how we train the pugs. What I would say is that it's all about little and often, doing it every single day. We do it with carrot treats because it's a really great way of being able to train them frequently. We don't give them any real kind of processed dog treats at all, but you know, doing it with carrots, getting them on carrots, and it is a take it or leave it scenario. You know, if they don't want it, they don't have to have it. They just won't have treats. They don't have to have treats. But yeah, it's a really good way to kind of help them do that.
And to have patience. Yeah, I think.
Definitely. Final question for today is from Annie Shorty. Hi Annie, you are so great and wonderful on social media. You're always liking our posts and commenting. Where do all the pugs live?
They live with us.
They do. Well,
although we live with them. But yes, no pug is left unattended overnight.
There's no pugs. No pugs left at CuppaPug. We take them home with us every single night. When we're in London, we have a place here that we can take them to, and then the 3 days a week that we're not open, we have a place in Suffolk that we take them to, and they get to have 3 days on the beach. 3 days off a week. That's a good ratio. We don't get that time off. We're working, but at least we can take them to our house. And
they love the beach. Love to run around.
They really do. Saying that, Gaston loves the sea. He'll run straight in.
He's a good swimmer.
Wow. Gizmo absolutely loves the waves, barking at the waves, running across them, only the waves as well. For us again, that's why the Pug Cafe works so well, because they live with us. We know them so well, we know them through and through. They can always come to us. There's always at least one of us here, and they absolutely love that as well. They love being around us. If we haven't got to your question today, I am so sorry. It's Sunday night. The pugs are getting antsy. They want to go home. They want to get to the beach. We're going to get them to the beach. They can have a bit of a run around before bed. So beach, food, bed. They like all those 3 words. I'm not going to say them too loud. Do send this podcast to all of your friends who absolutely love pugs. We're sure it will brighten their day. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment anywhere that you're watching this. And we'll see you very soon on Pugs and Mugs, Sipping Stories with CuppaPug.
La-di-da, a pug. He's got a mashed up face. He's the size of a mug. A pug.